Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby, thanks for joining us. It is Tuesday and it is launch day time. We have got two fantastic shows for you. Here, of course, we officially launch our brand new collection, the Bookworm Collection, which you guys have taken to your heart. You have absolutely loved already. And I can tell you as we head into this show, over 40%, heading towards 50% of the showstopper stock has already gone. We're going to delve deep into this collection over the course of the next couple of hours. Just to say as well, tonight live at 5 we have got launch party. Make sure you come back for that. I'm super excited for that show as well because we have got return of some of the most recent launches which you may well have missed, and Lily will be joining us for that show. However, this show is all about the amazing Bookworm Collection. Showstopper, as I've said, over 40% of the stock gone, and if you want to get all of the new collection, every single element with a free paper pad, then you need to be getting the Showstopper. And let me just tell you, a lot more of the stock has already gone than we kind of anticipated. I know wake-up calls have been busy since we've been back in this new sort of Crafters TV bubble, but perhaps we didn't expect it to be quite as busy as it has been. We are just the other side now, 45% of the Showstopper stock gone. What is going to happen, you see, is that when that Showstopper is gone, you'll still be able to buy the elements, but it's the fact that you won't get your free paper pad included. So if you like the look of what you're about to see, and I can guarantee you're going to like the look of it, get in nice and quickly, get in nice and early, grab that Showstopper. You might want to, like a lot of people have done, get the Showstopper with the free paper pad and then add an extra one of those in. It's entirely up to you, but if you shop the show, you'll be able to see all of the options there available for you. It is going to be an exciting couple of hours. If you missed the announcement earlier on as well, you'll know by now weekends are back. And as part of that, George Akid has rejoined us here at Crafters TV, so he's going to be coming in the second hour for half an hour, just to say hello, just to get in on the action. So you'll see him in about an hour's time. But I am here over the course of the next hour with, well, my absolute fave, currently beginning to pen a song for her. We're just talking about songs again now because you guys are enjoying the fact that we've got the songs back in the breaks. So I've got to do the one for the Debbies. But more importantly than that, of course, who could be more important than the lady the other side of the studio, the moss to my sisal. It is the one and only Leann Chivers. Chivmeister, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you, Ben. I'm excited, I have to say. I'm ready for all of that action. I'm ready for it, Ben. I can't wait. I'm loving the fact that you're adoring this book collection, the Bookworm Collection. I really am. I mean, it's glorious, isn't it?
It's so much fun.
I would like to know, in the next 2 hours, what have you just read? What are you reading? What was your favourite book of all time? What did you read and really wished you hadn't read?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to... Well, I'm going to offend you slightly here, I think.
It's never Thursday Murder Club.
So here's the thing. When I went on holiday last year to Turkey, so you know I like the TV series Monk about the...
yes.
Yes, the detective. So I love reading the fan fiction books of his. So I took 2 of those. I read my first Monk book and then I bought the first... Is it the Thursday Night Murder Club? Is that the first one?
Yes.
So I bought that as the second book to read. I started reading it, read about 40 pages and I went...
You couldn't do it? You don't want to live at Cooper's Chase?
I just didn't... It didn't click with me initially.
Did it not?
No.
Have you tried the audio?
No.
Try the audio book.
Maybe.
Oh, I loved it. The Netflix series is starting soon.
Pierce Brosnan's in it, isn't he?
Pierce Brosnan. What's her name? Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
One of the narrators from the book is in it as well.
Is Ray
from
Winston
the
in
audiobook. Might be. It's got a fantastic cast.
So anyway...
well, there you are then.
I just ruined the vibe of the show straight away. Well done, Ben. Anyway, let us know. Let's talk more about favourite books, potentially. Yeah. Your favourite books, maybe your favourite books when you were younger as well. That is what we are all about. But this collection, Leann, should we have a look at it with you? Because it is just the cutest collection.
It really is. And it's a nice sized collection, I think. And it's got a little bit of everything for everyone. I don't think there's a member of the family excluded from this. I really don't. So first things first, beautiful paper pad, entirely free of charge in this collection.
Yes.
So in the thing,
Showstopper,
thank you. I was going to call it a super buy.
Super buy, I like that.
The super buy. You get the paper pad entirely free. The papers in here are absolutely glorious, I have to say. The colour palette, the designs, they're everything you could possibly want. There's something fun, there's something masculine, there's something feminine, there's young, there's old, there's everyone included in here. And these patterns are meant to complement, not overwhelm, whatever you're working on. And you've got a really lovely eclectic mix of styles in terms of something a bit more traditional and something a little bit more contemporary in here.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful pad of paper. 12 designs, 3 of each, 36 sheets, 180 GSM.
Marvellous.
Okay, so you're getting that gratis in the showstopper. Do you know, I'm loving a word of the day.
Oh, yes.
Yes, a new word of the day.
Do you follow that chap on Instagram? I can't think of his...
I love him. Tom Reed Wilson.
That's it.
He is hilarious.
So funny.
So funny. A lot of words you couldn't repeat and we can't tell you about on TV. But he does do some very educational pieces as well. I could listen to him narrate a book forever. His voice, it's like warm milk chocolate.
Yeah, it's beautiful,
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
just so lovely. Anyway, right, so let's start with the collection.
But anyway, your word of the day is gratis, is it?
Gratis.
Right, okay.
Gratis.
Yeah.
Right, now here we have Full of Adventure.
Yeah.
I love this because we've got that little boy there. It reminds me of my Peter. He always had a baseball cap on back to front when he was a little one, and he was always sat like that every time there was a new Harry Potter launch. He literally, we have been in more queues at midnight to get the next Harry Potter book than I would care to mention every single launch. And then he would get home and he would start reading, and that would be him until the book was finished. We wouldn't see him. He would just be with his nose in his boot till he'd finished it. Absolutely loved them. And so actually I would be using this collection as a card for him because he still does do that. In fact, he's a prolific reader. John le Carré, his favourite.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we've got the little girl, like my little Ada with her little pigtails there. You said this reminds you of your little George and Daisy as well.
Absolutely.
Love this.
Come on.
My favourite, the bookworm. Everybody needs a bookworm and a baby bookworm in their life. It's fabulous. And these are all stamps and dies, so you don't need to be worried about cutting these out by hand. You've got the die to cut that out as well. A bookshelf. I love this. I just think that is going to be so usable in its own right or used with anything else in this collection. Another fave. We've got the glasses.
Yeah.
Brilliant with acetate behind them. You'll see that in a sec. The stack of books. I love this one. And you don't really understand how fabulous it's going to be until you see the finished example. I've got it here. I've got one here. Here's one example for you. So you see they all pack up and you can stack up and you can do them in different papers or different coloured cards and make a stack as big as you like.
Yeah.
Make it a short stack or a long stack. It's entirely up to you, a bit like pancakes.
Oh, it's pancake day today.
It's a pancake today.
Yes.
Short stack or long stack? What you having? What you having on your pancake?
What are you having on your pancake?
Me, lemon and sugar always.
Yeah.
Or orange and sugar.
Orange and
Freshly
sugar.
squeezed orange, but out of the fruit, not out of a bottle. Like freshly squeezed orange and sugar.
Can I be a bit controversial again here? I'm not fussed about pancakes. No, not really bothered. Maybe I'll have like a bit of cheese on there, you know, like a bit like a crepe fromage, maybe.
Oh, so do you know what my husband's mum used to make? And I have never done this, and it's a Yorkshire thing apparently. You might know about this. Stew. Yeah. Stew on your pancakes. Yeah. Literally meat stew on your pancakes.
You'd need a thick pancake, wouldn't you?
Well, no, it was just probably like crepes.
Yeah.
Thin ones.
Thin pancakes are acceptable.
With your stew on. And I mean, my husband and son think it's terrible. So literally they would go home to his mum when she was still with us, Sheila, every pancake day to have stew and pancakes because I flat refuse to do it. I'm like, I'm not putting stew on a pancake. I would just eat pancakes on my own, Nicola, with me lemon and sugar. Off they'd go.
But a Yorkshire pudding is a pancake.
It is a pancake, but
so in theory, it's just a pancake with a bit of.
It's the texture.
Bit of fluff.
No, it's the texture. My Yorkshire puddings don't taste anything like a pancake. They don't look like pancakes.
No.
They're tall and fluffy.
They're big, tall and fluffy. So that's the next topic of conversation then. What sort of pancake topping are you eating whilst you're reading your book? And what book are you reading?
Yeah. All of the information, please. We've also got a stack of books for you here, which I love. This is just a stamp, and this was one of the most popular items in the launch this morning. You were buying this in your hundreds on its own. We're going to use that in the first demo, and I'm going to show you how to use a mask that you'll create yourself and make a taller stack. We've got the little stamp and die set here with all the different books in different variations of open, close, to the side, not to the side. So you can create your own little library or story. Then we've got probably one of my favourites. I love this, with that little open book there, and then the stamps that go inside, so you can make it feel like a storybook. It looks absolutely gorgeous. All of the sentiments we've got here, and there are some great ones. Keep the flowers, buy books. Have a novel birthday. There is no such thing as too many books.
Very
there isn't.
true.
Some stories stay with us forever. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And thank you for being part of my story.
Aww.
I love that one. On to the next chapter. Happy birthday. And then bookworms will rule the world as soon as we finish one more chapter. My favourite, read more, scroll less.
That's so true, that.
So true, so true. And then finally, we've got this brilliant bookmark set, which has that fabulous die-cut word book and the supporting sentiment there. You can read me like a book. Great for gift giving, this. I really do think it's fabulous. That's the entire set. There's a lot in the set for what you're paying.
Yes.
There's lots of things for your money here, I think.
We are very, very busy on this, and I can't impress on you enough that you need to be in sooner rather than later, because what's going to happen here, you see, is you're going to get drawn in by the amazing demos you're about to see, then you're going to forget to shop, then other people are going to shop, and then you're going to get to the point where we're saying, oh, we know we're limited stock, and then you're going to miss out. So go as quickly as you can. We have sold a lot of the showstopper already. Almost half of the stock has gone. And we had a big stock, but perhaps not as big as you would have thought. So you do need to get your skates on just a little bit if you want to be sure of getting everything Leann's just shown you there in the showstopper with the free paper pad. That's the kind of deal within the showstopper. You get the paper pad for free. A lot of people as well are getting the showstopper and adding more paper pads into their basket. So shop now, I would say, and then enjoy the demos as we go through the show. A few quick hellos, we haven't done that yet. Rachel's with us again. Stephen joins us saying good afternoon to Ben and Leann. Hello, Tesha. Hi, Terry H, who is in a stormy Iowa, back from a beautiful vacation in Cancun. Hi to Carol Garwood-Beard. And M says, this is a collection for me. Pauline Hassel joins us. Kirsty D's in with us as well. Good afternoon, everyone. Work done. Now I can relax and watch the show. Hello, Patsy in Michigan. And Shazza Maynard says, good afternoon. Had lunch in the garden, looking over towards Brixham. Ah, God's own town. Did you see me, Mum and Dad? Between shows. Hilary says, hello everyone from Hilary and Holly Collie. Hello and a hearty woof. And a few book suggestions. Lynn says, I'm reading The Alchemist at the moment. It's a fab book. Charlotte says, I love historical fiction, i.e. mail order brides, grooms, etc. I also like mysteries and military hero books. Hilary says, I'm reading a book about Robert the Bruce by Jack White. My favourite book of all time is Fox Mask by Juliette Marillier.
I need to make a note. Oh, I underlined that with a. I really need to make a list of all of these books because I'm loving the recommendations, things that I probably would flick past if I was looking at the name, or because sometimes it just doesn't speak to you, does it? So yeah, I'm going to need to make a list so I can push myself out of my comfort zone. M's
books are everywhere. Says I love mysteries. Richard Osman, but Agatha Christie is still my fave. I'm rereading 3-Act Tragedy by her right now. And Kirsty D says, my favourite books of all time, Song of the Lioness series by my favourite author, Tamora Pierce. I do like the classics too, but I have never finished Pride and Prejudice. I've tried a few times. And Terry H says, my granddaughter and I were discussing this last week when I was a kid. I love the Nancy Drew mysteries. Nancy Drew mysteries have cropped up quite a few times. I had the Nancy Drew mysteries. I think I've got them all in the loft. Yeah. I have read Pride and Prejudice in my lifetime. In excess of 20 times. 20 times? Cover to cover. I love it. Wow. My son is the same with Wuthering Heights. So he has read that, and he's what, 30? He's probably read that cover to cover 7 or 8 times. And a couple of the Charles Dickens, like The Old Curiosity Shop and Christmas Carol, and the other one, whose name's forgetting us, the one where she's in the house on her own, wearing the wedding dress all her life. Oh, Mrs. Havisham. Whatever. Tales of the Unexpected. There you go. And just also, before we move on, thank you for all of the pancake recipes. Emma says, I've just made 4 pints of mix for my lot, lemon and sugar or Nutella and strawberry. Kirsty D says, we do savoury pancakes with stir fry or cheese, and then dessert pancakes with Nutella and whipped cream or with lemon and sugar. We tried to do whipped cream last year, the kids, but the thing is they never make it to the pancakes, so the kids just get the thing. and that's it. It never. So we don't do that anymore. And hi to Vicky, who says, I'm reading The Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz at the moment. CZT also joins us saying, Happy Mardi Gras from New Orleans. Yes, happy Pancake Day, happy Mardi Gras, happy Bookworm Day as well. Get yours now. Half the stock is gone. Shall we see a demo with Leanne?
Let's do that. Okay, so we're going to do this little Z-fold card. I've got lots of the bits already done and coloured. The main thing I want to show you is how to use this book stack stamp. This one.
Yeah.
And just show you it there, and make it into a taller stack, which isn't in two parts. So it's all one piece, if that makes sense. So we're going to have a look at how to do that. So you're going to take your stamp and pop it onto your stamping device of choice.
Yeah.
You know that I love a rocker block.
Yes.
Always have, always will. If you've got your stamping platforms, you can use those. If you've, whatever it is, whatever your poison is, onto your stamping device of choice. Ink it up and then stamp it once. Okay? Voila. Look at that. Just take a minute. Look how beautiful.
Perfect.
That is. No, Jamie's saying you didn't do. I didn't need to do, Jamie, because you only do. When you're stamping with a watercolour marker.
Yeah, come on, Jamie.
That's all right, Jamie.
How many shows have you watched?
Come on, Jamie. And then you do the same again on a piece of just copy paper. And then your copy paper, you're going to spray the back of it with a repositionable adhesive. And so I've used our stick and spray for this. It can be any mounting spray that you've got. It doesn't just have to be on that one. Or you can also, if you want, just use a little bit of, our gilding flake.
Oh, yeah.
Use a little bit of that, but let it go clear.
Yeah.
And then that won't stick permanently. So you can use that to put it in place. And once you've done that, you're then just going to place it over the top exactly of the book stack that you've just stamped. And you can see I've just stamped it and cut round it, and then I've placed it over the top. So I've effectively masked off the image below. And then you ink it up again.
Did you play a tune then?
I might have.
I feel like I was like guess the tune Leanne's just stamped there.
And then you can just decide where you want it, but you are going to overlap it. Make sure that you do overlap here, because that's going to make it feel like a continuous stack. Don't kind of float it in the air. So do push yourself out of your comfort zone and make sure you overlap one of the books. So I'm just lining that up in approximately the same direction. I'm overlapping one of the books below, and then I stamp that again. Like that, which makes it look like a little bit of a mess in the centre now. But when we remove the mask,
ta-da!
You've got all of your books. Have I done that back to front? Yes, I have. I have. So we're going to do it again, because this is all about learning the right way, not the wrong way.
I feel like though it looks like you've got another stack of books behind it.
Yes, but I'm not loving that.
Oh, okay.
It's not okay.
I'm just going to save you.
It's all right, but it's not right, Ben.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again. Okay. It's pushing it real good. Here we go.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper. Stamp again. See, I was higher up that time. Put it back on the mask.
And keep that, right?
Just use it again and again. In on the back of the piece of acetate that comes either side of your stamp. I'll put my mask on one and my stamp on the other, and I just keep it in the packet. You can use it as many times as you like, well, until the sticky stops, and then just put some more sticky on. Yeah. Don't throw it out and have to create another one. So on that one, then ink it up again. Maybe we need to do that and do guess the tune.
That's what I mean. You should definitely do that each time.
And then we're going to line up again. Here we go. Stamp at the bottom. Removez-vous the mask.
Removez-vous.
Oh. Happier. Look at the difference. Look.
Yeah.
This one actually looks like it's precariously balanced on top of that one now. This one just looks like two random stacks of book floating around in midair. Didn't like that one. Love this one.
We love
it. Okay, so there's a little bit of a life lesson do the top one first and the bottom one second. Right, so once you've done that, you're going to then use your scissors and you're just going to randomly fussy cut around it, and you do not need to be precise. And my advice is leave a little white border. Don't try and get so close to the books that you're making life very difficult for yourself. Yeah. Just leave a little fly's eyelash and go, you know, approximately in the direction of the stack. Use the jaw of your scissor when you're cutting, and you can see I'm moving the card, not the scissor. And that is a huge top tip from me. You'll get much more precision and more control moving the card rather than moving the scissor. So I'm just closing the jaw of the scissor slightly as I move the card.
But you're not snipping like you would expect.
I'm not snipping, because if you snip, you'll get a raggedy, jaggedy edge.
That's it, and you don't want that.
And you don't want that. So you'll get a lovely smooth flow around the image that you're fussy cutting out. If you cut in the jaw of your scissor and move the piece of card whilst gently and slightly closing the scissor, but not a lot. Not a lot.
Paul Daniels.
Yeah.
Thank you, Debbie.
There we go. So that was quite quick to do, wasn't it? And then we colour it in.
Beautiful.
Just using your watercolours or your alcohol markers, whichever you prefer. And then we can start putting the card together, now that I've shown you how to do that. Okay, so I have got my fold back piece, and I've got my little bit that's chopped off the bottom to make a Z fold. You'll have all seen that before, but if you haven't, let me show you how we did that.
Yes.
You start with one piece of card, which is folded as a fold back gatefold. So that's one piece of card like that. And then you just chop off however big you want your Z fold to be at the bottom with a guillotine. And then you flip that over, and that then gets stuck on the front and on the back, and that creates your Z fold for you. And it can be as narrow or as deep as you would like it to be, whatever it is that you're making.
Yes.
And then just create your mats and layers ready for your card. Okay, so I'm just going to stick these on with some all-purpose glue, Ben. Okie
dokie. We can say hello to Alice, who says, I've got this collection because of my granddaughter, and we call her a bookworm. She loves to read. And Crafty Queen says, on the subject of pancakes, Scotch pancake with butter straight out the frying pan. Everything else is an abomination.
Okay.
Lol.
You feel strongly about that.
Well, she just gone to say, well, okay, I'll second Leanne's lemon or orange crepe with sugar, or the savoury crepes in Greece.
You see, I do like a crepe Suzette.
Now, crepe Suzette.
Cointreau.
Oh, is it?
Yes, and you set fire to it. So you do your crepes and then
you've got like... crepe, just dip it in your Cointreau?
No, you bring it to the table in a little pan, you flambe it.
Ah.
So it's when, you know, when you see them fancy French restaurants, they've got the little crepes at the table and then the flames.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crepe Suzette.
Well, I never knew that.
And it's Cointreau, which is orange-flavoured liqueur. Oh, it's delicious.
I feel like that is something you would do, being a bit of a cocktail expert.
Absolutely right. I do love a cocktail. And I do like Cointreau-based cocktails too.
Yeah.
So I love a Cosmopolitan. I love a Cosmopolitan. That's got Cointreau in.
Yeah.
And what's the other one that I do that's got triple sec in? It's not a margarita, that's tequila.
No, I'm just trying to think of other cocktail names now.
It'll come back to me in a minute. There's another one. I do like a marg.
Hi to Vicky. We love the fact that there's so many random comments say books and pancakes. I'm reading The Magpie Murders, you say, by Anthony Horowitz.
Do I need to read this? I've heard that 3 times today.
Yeah. That, and what was the other one? The Alchemist, I've seen come up quite a few times as well.
Now, that's one that I tried and couldn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's one of mine that I tried and then I just couldn't.
I think we've read the rest of... Oh, have we? I'm losing track here. There's so many comments. Oh, fruit and yoghurt pancakes, says Shazza Maynard. Yummy. And Lenny Bennett says, ooh, it's pancake day. Better go buy some eggs. You better go buy some eggs. Let us all know what you're having in your pancakes tonight, or if you're not partaking, if you're not that fussed. I'll have missed it all by the time I get home, you see.
Will you?
Yeah. The only thing I really like, I'm not too fussed about eating them, but I love doing the flipping.
I can't flip.
Oh, I'm very good at the flipping.
You can flip?
Yeah.
I tell you what I've seen on the old Instagram this morning though, a gadget for dipping in your pancake mix. It's a heated, almost like a heated tennis racket.
Right.
It's like a round plate thing and it's bulbous. and it's heated. And you dip it in your pancake mix, and the pancake mix sticks to it. And then when it's cooked, you just go like that and flop it up, and it's a perfectly cooked wafer-thin pancake.
Where's the fun in that, though?
That's a gadget. Pardon?
Where's the fun in that, though?
Where's the fun?
Well, you don't get to actually...
No, I don't do that anyway.
Oh, that's half the fun, isn't it?
It's not, no.
It is the fun,
No, it's
flipping
not.
them.
It's just frustrating.
Who likes to flip a pancake? Let me know in the comments.
Tell us, who likes to flip a pancake? Not me.
No?
No.
I can understand why that, yeah, if you weren't like a champion flipper like me, you know, because and you'd flip it and it just all falls like funny back in the pan, doesn't it?
Does anybody get Christina to make a pancake and bring it here for Ben to flip?
She's just gone.
What a shame.
Yeah. Maybe I do need to actually pop to the shop in between shows, so potentially I could buy some pre-made pancakes and we could do some pancake flipping. Oh, you're not here for launch party?
I'm not.
Boo.
I'm going home to flip some pancakes.
Yeah, I see. Can you do a video?
Of the fail? Yes, absolutely I can, because it will not work.
And when they do fail, just tip a load of Quantra on them and set fire to them.
Yes,
there you go.
Yes, I can definitely do that for you easily. That is within my skill set. I can do that for you.
Oh dear. Crafting Queens also just said, Leanne, I finally mastered the art of fussy cutting once I'd bought the amazing CC scissors. I knew move the card, not the scissors, but no other brand of scissors cut so smoothly, worth some drag. So thanks to our amazing Crafter's Companion scissors, Crafting Queen has mastered the art of fussy cutting. Well, they are good scissors, the best in the biz.
They are the best in the biz, without a shadow of a doubt. Right, I'm just going to stack my books there. So you see, all I'm doing is just deciding. I've just got to, you know, some things that I've cut out from the collection. The papers all work beautifully together. Every little one of the elements works lovely together. So it's just up to you. Decide where you want to put it. I'm going to put this sentiment on. I'm just going to stick it under my pile of books there a little bit. You're my favourite non-fiction. That's for you, Ben.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There is no such thing as too many books. That can go up here.
I know we're obviously looking at the sentiments and stuff here as well, but appreciating the paper pad and how brilliant the very different papers work with each other. Work so well together.
They do. And then I've just used that little stamp and die set to create a couple of different little books.
Yeah.
That we can just pop on the Z fold. I quite like this little open one, and I'm going to pop that just over the side of my sentiment there.
That's nice.
Just to accent that. And there we go, all done. Quick and easy.
Fantastic. I love it. So many of the elements that you're going to get within your collection are within that first project. It's everything for £60 or $76. And remember, if you go for the showstopper, you're going to have to be quick though, because the showstopper is flying. We are, I'm assuming, over half the stock gone now. We must be over 50% of the stock gone. And let me tell you, we didn't have thousands of these at all, so you do need to get a bit of a march on, a bit of a wiggle on, like our Bookworm would do, to get to the checkouts. You get everything Leanne has shown you, so you've got the full of adventure, the little boy reading the book there, stamp and die set. The book, so the stack of books is that stamp. Again, if you want to recreate Leanne's project, that's the one you'll go for. More of the books, so the different styles of books there in stamps and dies. Your bookmarks with your little stamp and die sentiment. There's the bookworm, the cute bookworm stamp and dies. You've got the shelf with the books on, the little girl reading her book. That's a stamp and die set. And then down the bottom here, you've got your reading list. So that's the dies of all those stacked books. You've got your glasses. Again, what's lovely about that is that you get the two different styles of glasses with the little arms which you can attach to both. This is your chapter 1, which again, Leanne used in Wake Up Call this morning. Go back if you missed Wake Up Call, 2 fantastic demos from that show to take more inspiration away. And then you've also got your set of stamps there too, which is the bookish era. So all of those stamps that you're going to get within that collection, 16 of those relating to the fact that this is a book collection. I know it's a silly thing to say, but you'll find with, you know, a lot of other collections potentially you don't get from here. You might find you just got generic sentiments. We always try and make sure the sentiments relate to what the actual subject matter is. And there is your paper pad as well. You will get that for free in the showstopper, but you need to be quick. Over 50% of the stock has gone now. And if you decide that you want to add more paper pads in, you can. Get the showstopper, get your free paper pad, and then get another one in. And just to kind of reiterate as well, if you can't stretch to the full collection, I think it's really nicely priced, but if you can't stretch to it, everything is available for you individually currently, so you can pick and choose all of those items as well. Whilst you're there on the web, also don't forget, it is National Craft Month. We do have that code for you to use on selected paper pads, NCM Paper for 40, so NCM as in National Craft Month, paper 40. That will get you 40% off selected paper pads. Rather than me, not just paper pads actually, it's paper craft. There's dies and other bits and pieces as well. The best thing to do is you'll see the little tab when you go to the homepage of the website, click on that and it will tell you what that code will work on. Lots of comments coming through. We'll read a few more of those in just a few moments' time, but let us get you to the checkout. So do that right now. And if you were watching a little bit earlier on, and indeed if you've been following the socials over the course of the last 3 or 4 days, you will know that something big is coming this weekend. And here's the think tank video as to how we came about it.
Right guys, now we've been getting a lot of love from everybody since the start of the new year, but I just feel like there is even more we could give our viewers.
But we already give them entertaining shows, amazing offers, brilliant demos and in-depth craft-alongs. What more can we do?
Yes, but I still think we could give them more.
For Sara, we're already live 3 shows a day, 5 days a week. I mean, what else are you thinking?
You're right. It looks like we might have to make it Saturdays.
That's right, join me over the next few Saturdays as we sit down, chat, craft and create live from the studio, giving you even more opportunities to watch and join in.
Want to catch some amazing deals at the weekend? Make it Saturday.
Want your chance to win some amazing prizes? Make it Saturday.
To virtually join us live and show us your makes? Make it Saturday.
Want to have a chance for us to solve your craft problems in our crafty clinic? Make it Saturday. Want to vote for your favourite demo of the week? Make it Saturday.
So don't miss out on our brand new show, Make It Saturday, where the weekend comes to life.
I'm here because I do love Crafters Companion products and Crafters TV.
Your products are great, made with great care and thought, and are second to none.
Love all the products. I love the tutorials we get.
Your papers shimmer and make all our crafts shine.
I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course.
I love Crafters TV because it shows you the best tips and tricks on how to use your crafty stash.
The quality of the products are phenomenal. Value for money is exceptional.
Amazing presenters, craft goods galore, launch days and craft vaults, deals bundles and more.
Your pens, pencils, and markers make all crafters say, they are mine.
Or I love Crafters Companion. Well, it's because I'm not a very good crafter, and Crafters Companion makes me look better.
Hi everyone, challenge accepted. Checking in to let everybody know what Crafters Companion means to me. And I thought I'd take a page out of Ben's book and do a parody of his parody. Apologies in advance for the lack of a singing voice. There once was a lass who was very crafty, and she tuned every day into CTV. Learning was fun, how could this be? Oh, crafty lass, craft along. Soon may the crafty lass come to fill her basket with showstopper fun. Each day when her chatting was done, she might do a craft along. She set her alarm for 4 a.m. to check out the new daily bargain. Monday through Friday she'll do it again. Oh, crafty lass, craft along. Soon may the crafty lass come to fill her basket with showstopper fun. Each day when her chatting was done, she might do a craft along. Sara, Ben, and the double Debbies, Leann, Sheena, and the Hottie Scotty. You'll find them all on CTV. Oh, crafty lass, craft along. Soon may the crafty lass come to fill her basket with showstopper fun. Each day when her chatting was done, she might do a craft along. When I tell you the tale of CTV, it's guaranteed fun for you and me. Programs for everyone to see. Oh, crafty lass, craft along. Soon may the crafty lass come to fill her basket with showstopper fun. Each day when her chatting was done, she might do a craft along. I love you, CTV. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Let me read a few comments. We've got a few little questions coming through, and also I need to update you on the stock situation. Pancake-wise, Maggie's favourite is with hot cherry pie filling and vanilla ice cream. Oof. I can dream as cutting back, says Maggie. Linda says pancakes, bacon and sausage for pancake day. I think I would err towards more a savoury pancake. I think I'll be with you there, Linda, to be honest. While I was in college, says Alison, doing catering, I was taught to do crepe Suzette at the table for my waitressing. You've got to be a bit careful, haven't you, if you're doing it at the table. Don't put too much to the
Especially if there's somebody there with a wig on, can you imagine?
Yeah. Or someone with, like, you know, big hair.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah.
I could be like, I could be gone in a flash. Can you imagine?
Pat says, I'm a very boring person. Pat, that is not true. You say, I just like blueberries and whipped cream. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. The blueberries do have to be in the batter, though, not just laid on top. And when I was little, says Kirsty D, my uncle made me and my brother pancakes. He threw the pancake and it stuck on the ceiling. The dog thought it was great, though, as bits of pancake kept falling to the floor. Brilliant. Natty says, I was working this morning. Did I miss much on Wake Up Call? Yes, you did. You need to go back and watch it all. I can't tell you anything more than that. You just need to go back and watch it. It was actually one of the best wake-up calls this year. Yes. Beautiful cards of the ad, says Crafting Queen. The Bookworm Collection, one of the best. CC has brought us so many options and a good use for it to celebrate authors for graduations or exam results. Lisa says, looking forward to the new Saturday deals and crafting fun. Yes, yes, says Pamela. Saturdays and Sundays. Yes, Sundays pre-recorded. Saturdays live. Welcome, George. Thank you, CC. And M's Books Are Everywhere says, I'm so excited for Saturday shows. Also happy to see George again. Cannot wait for the weekend, even if it means early rising in California. It will be worth getting up for, though, it will. And you need, you know, we're putting these shows on for you guys, so you need to be there to support them. And Shadiah says, hello, my Lord Ben. Is the funny George back? Whoop, whoop. No, just the normal George. The funny George.
Good.
Oh, you. No, he is.
I'll get some sympathy.
He's
I am working, I promise.
He's mildly amusing, as you'll find out, as you know, if you already know him.
Sorry, I just want to interrupt. I thought Contro was something you put in your car. For years, I thought Contro was something you put in your car.
In your car?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was a liqueur. I just thought it was like a bit of gasoline or something, Contro.
What, so, like, fill me up, please. Do you want unleaded or diesel? No, I'll have the Contro.
Can I have 2 gallon of Contro, me Quattro, please?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm back. I'll sit up.
You learn something new every day, don't you, really? Don't put Cointreau in your car. Jane says, pancakes must just be maple syrup, butter, and bacon. Keep those comments coming. George, by the way, is here, obviously, because he's going to be in on the weekends. He's also going to do half an hour or so, in about half an hour. So stand by for that. I must just tell you, though, if you want this collection, let's be open and honest with you now, we have 124 showstoppers left. That's what I'm telling you. A lot of people checked out during that last break. 124 chances left to get everything with a free paper pad. After that showstopper option will not be available for you. So next to 124, and then after that, the free paper pad deal is gone. So very, very quick you need to be on that. Let's get back to another demo with Leanne. What are you going to show us this time?
So I'm making this one up from scratch. This is like a mini craft along.
Oh, okay.
Like a little interlude in the middle of the show.
Right.
Because I haven't got a pre-prepared demo for the Bookmark. And I think we need it in our lives. Especially since I'm going to cut the glasses from some pearlescent card.
Lovely.
I was looking for glitter luxury card. Imagine cutting the glass frames from luxury glitter card.
Yes.
Oh,
do you want me to see?
That would be joyous. I've got some very nice navy blue pearl here. Right, so we're going to start with some black cardstock.
I was also thinking with the glasses, like having funky glasses, you could do the lenses with like the illusion film, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't they look funky, like 80s style glasses?
That would look great, Ben. I'm here for that.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to cut 2 of the larger bookmarks from black cardstock. I am going to use a little bit of tape to keep it still because you just know it isn't going to end well if I wing it. Right, just need a little bit, just to keep it still at the top. Stop it moving around and to do the right thing. Right, then make up your sandwich and run it through. And as I said earlier, I don't know if I've said it this particular show, if you don't have one of our electronic machines, all of these dies will work in the Mini. So we made sure when we're designing the collection, all dies work in the Gemini Mini, which is good news, isn't it? If that's what you've got. Mini.
Okay. That is on, by the way, tonight on launch party, and it comes with a free storage bag.
Well, there you go.
You're welcome, everybody.
You're welcome. And I'm just going to do 2 of these. So I'm just going to run that through again. Bear with. And then I'm going to do one from the lovely paper pad. I think I'm going to use that really gorgeous, vivid floral.
Okay.
Because I really, really like it. So I'm just going to indulge myself a second. So that can go there. So I've got 2 of the black ones there. That's it. And I'm going to use the paper now, so you can stay there a second. Now, then I just want to show you this. I'm going to take a sheet of this paper out. But we were careful when we designed this large bookmark for you to get maximum value out of your 6x6 paper pad, because look, you can get 2 perfectly out of there. And you can also decide where you want to cut, and you're not wasting a lot top and bottom, and you get them side by side. So you'll get 2 bookmarks, large bookmarks, out of every sheet of paper in that pad, which I think's a good thing. So let's run that through. I just want 1 for now. Oh, nearly missed a plate. And then I'm going to cut my glasses. I'm cutting all the pieces, and then we're going to assemble.
Okay.
Not like short circuit, we're not disassembling. We're assembling. Right, so, oh, look at that. That's just lovely on its own as a gift tag right on the back for a gift. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, that's going there. And then I'm going to do now from this beautiful navy pearlescent, because I think it goes really well with that floral paper. I'm going to do the glasses. I've just shot a pair of glasses off there. There we go. So let's tape them in place.
Where's that cardstock from, did you say?
This is from, I just found it down here, random. Let me just tell you where it's from. Where did I put it? It's from a really lovely paper pad. It's from the, there, this one. Here it is.
Oh.
So that's called Pearlescent Paper Pad Caramel and Cream.
I don't really recognise that one.
I mean, look at that brown one. That's going to make some glorious glasses, isn't it?
Oh, was it a...
Look at the...
Oh, was it in like a... Oh, right, so like a birthday ultimate deal when we did the limited edition pads. Yes, can't recall that.
And I'm just going to hold them still. And we'll cut them out.
Whilst you're cutting, Lynn's bought, I said, made my purchase this morning. I could not resist such a good storybook. Clarice says, good morning all. I've just woken up and I have grabbed the showstopper. And Mary Shaw says, good morning everyone. I have been watching but not able to comment until now. It is so good to see George back. I love this collection and I think it is my favourite so far this year, Leanne.
Do you know what? I wouldn't disagree with you. I think it's probably the most versatile collection so far this year, because it's for everyone.
Yeah.
And just, can you see these 2 little bits that are left here?
Yeah.
If you do this from acetate, it gives you the perfect sized lenses. I'm not going to do that because I haven't got time. But if you want to do your perfect sized lenses to paper piece, just cut the same thing, use the waste as acetate. I think it's one of the most versatile collections we've done, Ben, because it's for everybody. There isn't a person that it's not for. It's not, you know, masculine, feminine. It's not age related. It's just a really beautiful, beautiful collection. Right, the words, the book word. Come on. Oh, I can't pick it up. That's what gel nails do for you. There we go. I'm going to cut this word from pearlescent card as well. I've got a lovely mess going on here. This is what happens when you make things up, when you wing it. I'll tidy it up in a minute. I'm going to keep that still because I'm going to use that and put that in here.
Hi to Wendy. She says, I've always placed a bookmark inside a birthday card for a special little gift. I love that idea. That's a really lovely idea. Yeah, popping a little bookmark into the card. Absolutely love that. And on the subject of pancakes, Anne has said, we make gingerbread pancakes for Christmas morning, served with whipped cream.
Oh. Hello, that sounds delicious, doesn't it?
Does sound delicious.
Right, so I've cut that word book out also in that beautiful blue pearlescent, because I just think it'll work a treat. Right, now I'm going to make my bookmark. I think these are great for teacher gifts, Ben. Absolutely great for teacher gifts.
I love that idea, because like you said earlier on, it does feel like more over the last few years, it's been a competition of who can get teacher the most expensive gift.
Yeah.
But what's teacher going to remember more? A handmade gift, I think.
A handmade gift. I think a handmade gift from a student with a heartfelt thank you is much better than a bottle of Freshener.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know how I feel about my 4-year-old taking a bottle of alcohol in for the teacher.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know how
I mean, quite right, is it?
That's just. I mean, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure it's fine. That's just me. That's just my thing. I just think a nice little something, you know, handmade, and it takes the pressure off everybody, and you don't have to, you know, if you can't afford to do that and everybody else is doing it, it can just feel a bit,
Don't want to get involved in that competition
No.
either. It's not a nice competition to be in, and I think if you can do something like this, then teacher is going to appreciate and I think love that more than a bottle of whatever do you say, Freshener.
Freshener.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to call it Frexinet.
Frexinet, yeah.
Yeah, until our very good friend of us all, Joe, howled at me when I said I'm going home tonight for a bottle of Frexinet.
Frexinet.
And he literally, in my face, went, do you mean Freshener? Thanks for being so supportive, Joe.
You call it what you want to call it.
I called it Frexinet.
You call it Frexinet,
You'd be saying
then.
Laurent perfume. Right, so what I did was back my piece of paper onto a piece of the black card, the second one that I did, and just gives it a little bit more structure and makes it a bit more robust.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to decorate up this particular one now. So I'm going to use the glasses, and remember, I want my Dotty tape pen. Dotty's brilliant for this. So I'm just going to put some Dotty tape pen. Remember to always put your glass legs down first. So I'm just going to put the glass legs here in that lovely pearlescent, and then I'm going to put the lens on top.
Perfect.
There we go. I think that sticks out lovely. Because it's got the pearlescent on there. I really like that. And then I've got the book, You Can Read Me Like, and this would be great for a teacher because teachers have got the children nailed, haven't they? They can definitely read all those children in that classroom like a book, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm putting that on there, book at the bottom, and then I've done a little You Can Read Me Like, and that's going to get, and if I had my time again, I'm going to do it. I would have matted and laid that onto blue rather than white. I'm cutting the black off.
Of course you are.
Of course I am, because I'm a perfectionist, Ben. Now, if like me, you cannot cut a straight line.
Yeah.
If everything you cut's like a donkey's back leg, do an intentional donkey's back leg.
Okay.
Right, so you see what I did here is I just cut round and I just angled it, and it looks like it was meant to be.
It does.
And then when you put that onto your mat and layer, you glue it on. So let's just glue it on with some Dotty for now. I would do this with all-purpose at home. You just put it onto wherever your mat and layer is going to be, the piece of scrap card, and then because you've intentionally cut it like a donkey's back leg, you then just follow the line, intentionally doing the same thing. Randomly, just let your scissors do the talking.
Yeah. By the way, there's only 104 showstoppers left.
And it will look perfect.
Yeah.
See that there? It just looks like it was meant to be. So don't try and make it straight if you can't. Just make it wonky.
Yeah.
And then you can read me like in there. And then we'll just have a nice piece of ribbon to finish this off.
Yeah.
And so we're going to put those together like that. We're going to bring our ribbon through. Yeah, it's the tweezers, Nicola. Shall I show you again?
Do it again.
Nicola's
Nicola
just
seemed to really enjoy that.
Right,
Genius.
so when you want to get your ribbon through,
Yeah.
to see if you do this, nightmare,
Yeah.
put your tweezers in the hole,
And grab it the other side.
grab the ribbon, pull it through the hole.
Yes.
Has that changed your life, Nicola?
There you go, Nicola.
I'm happy to have been of service.
Tip.
And then thingy them off, and there you go. Look, a really
look at
lovely little, You Can Read Me Like a Book. bookmarker with some glasses, a lovely piece of the paper, little card. That's a nice little gift.
It is a nice little gift. I like the idea of whoever it was a few moments ago, Wendy, saying, for like a birthday, make the card and then put a little bookmark inside the card as a gift.
Love that. Yes.
That's great. I mean, it'd be perfect for this collection.
It would be perfect for that, yes.
There are, as I've said, 104 showstoppers left, all right? So that basically means that you have 104 chances left to get this collection and get a free paper pad. After that, you'll still be able to get the collection, but then you'll have to buy the collection and then you'll have to add the paper pad in on its own and then pay for it. So it's entirely up to you. You can wait if you want, but I would be very, very quick. If you're sold on this idea, and by the way, I know I was joking around earlier on saying, oh, you must watch Wake Up Call. You really must, because we did Leann did 2 fantastic demos with this. So you already had 2 in this show. You've then got 2 demos which you can recreate from Wake Up Call this morning. And then, of course, we're going to have another 2 in this show as well. So plenty of inspiration to take home. 6 projects for you to be able to remake. And that, again, is why you love to shop with us, because we bring you amazing collections like this, really cute collections for everybody. And then you get all of the inspiration to take home. You have, 4 projects already that you can recreate. And again, worth emphasising, and I know it's something we don't perhaps chat about enough, is that you've got your full angel policy with our collections as well. So if you decide that you want to make to sell, absolutely you can do that. Whether it is cards, whether it is, bookmarks, whether it's boxes, whatever you want, you really, really can do that. Absolutely no problem at all. 104 left, as I say. Few comments coming through. Wendy says, I worked in schools for over 25 years and handmade gifts were always more treasured. There you go. I think you're more likely to, aren't you? Keep little memory boxes and remember those kids that made and took the effort to make those beautiful little projects. Love this collection, says Laurie Parra. It's different than anything else. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's really cute, very different, but I think very applicable to lots of different people. Carol says, my children always gave handmade gifts and cards that they made themselves, biscuits and cakes, or a little plant that had grown from a seed. I love that. And Melanie D says, while I wait for this collection to get here, I'm going to keep making backgrounds with the glossy paper and ink pads. I've made about 75 so far. I think I'm addicted. And Doreen has just said, well, that changes my life, the trick with the ribbon. I think we can definitely pop that down as a top tip. No, Nicola, Doreen's mind is blown as well. And thank you, Jane, for your, an early joke from you today. I appreciate this. Hey, Ben, why is grass so dangerous? I don't know. Why is grass so dangerous? Because it is full of blades. Lol. Shall we have a look at some finished samples with Leann whilst you are getting your bits and pieces checked out? Because there's some lovely cards over there already, Leann.
Absolutely gorgeous. And I love the fact that every single one of these by our brilliant design team look very, very different. And I think that's great because it shows you some inspiration on not just how we use them as craft guests or in product development, but how you will be using them at home, how other people have used them at home. I just think they're so different and inspirational. I love the fact that all of these samples are using what you're getting in this collection with a little bit of a different twist on it. I really do. I love this shutter card, using those beautiful 6x6 papers with that glorious stamp and die. Yeah. And then the glasses there done really yellow front and navy legs. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
I love that because it's just putting a little bit of a quirky take on it and it matches everything else on the paper pad. I love this one as well. This one's a little bit different, a different fold. So you can get really inspired with that. And I showed you how to do the stack, didn't I, earlier on, so you know how to do that now. I love these ones flying around in a circle around that little boy reading. It feels very magical, doesn't it?
Does it? Almost feels like that's what he's thinking about, like that the books are like flying around his little mind.
Absolutely. This one, everybody needs a baby bookworm. Cute. Oh, I love that baby bookworm. I think it might be my favourite little thing. This is a great one, I think, just for, somebody who's a little bit more understated or a little bit more mature, who doesn't want the cutesy or doesn't like the cutesy, but just likes something a little bit different. So that's great too. Loving the way this has been used with a short stack of books with her sitting on top. Great use of all of the papers, different papers here using that stack. This is great, using several of those little books and stamping in them. Love that. This one, teacher and all the baby bookworms. Oh, I love that. Cute!
That little style, like you said, would be great for a final day at school card as well, wouldn't it? Like
yeah, absolutely. We're going to do this next one in the second hour. because I know you do like things that he's got to get in on the act, the Bookworm.
Yeah.
Couldn't have a launch show without him. This is one I did in Wake Up Call, if you're wanting to go back and watch Wake Up Call and see how to do it, where we've got those brilliant, and they look literally like they're coming off the page. I love that so much, I really do. It feels super dimensional. I really love the way that die works. And then we did this one as well, where we used the glasses and that book die that I've just used, snipped out the double O's and used the lenses to spell the word, which I just think's a bit crafty, isn't it? A bit unique, yeah. So it just shows you how you've got snippability as well. And every single one of those cards that I've shown you there, entirely different. They all look entirely different.
And this is the thing, again, I think why this has proved to be such a popular collection is that you are seeing it for so many different people, for so many different occasions as well. And it's so super cute as well, isn't it? £60 for that full showstopper collection, $76. And remember, last count we had 104 of these remaining, so you do need to get a skate on. The showstopper, again, just to reiterate, is the 6x6 paper pad for free within the showstopper. So you get everything as far as the stamps, the dies, the all the other goodies in there as well concerned, and you also get that for free. After this is sold out, you will still be able to get this portion, if you like. It'll be the same price, but you won't get the free paper pad. So you need to think about getting that sooner rather than later, because we'll be into double figures, and before you know it, we will be selling it out. Great sample, says Jane. Karen says, my granddaughter and husband love to read, and this is perfect for them. Great samples. And Nicole Chapman says, I think it will be fun to make some cards with this set for my book club. Sensational Sky says, love that 3D book topper. We're halfway through the show, so I'll be back in about half an hour's time. George is going to be taking over for the next half hour with Leanne, take you through another demo. And in case you didn't know, lots coming up this weekend. We are back, as you've already seen in this show, live show Saturday with George. Debbie Robinson going to be in this week. Sara is going to be in this week as well. And then Sunday, we are back in a pre-recorded capacity, but bringing back one of your favourite shows. And here's some more details about it.
Missed your favourite Crafters TV shows this week? Feel like you've missed out on the best crafting deals? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Join us for Second Chance Sunday, your ultimate catch-up on the top 10 deals, demos and must-see moments from the past week. From incredible discounts to inspiring crafting, this is your second chance to grab the best of the best. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Tune in to Second Chance Sunday, only on Crafters TV. Because every crafter deserves a second chance.
Put there.
You do know this isn't a real door, don't you?
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hello, yes, it's me. I'm back. It's not a vision. How are you doing? My name's George Aiken. Welcome to your launch day. Now, if you just joined us, you're thinking, what on earth is happening? Ben was here before the break telling you some great news. It was talked about today in Wake Up Call, is that Saturdays are back and they've got someone beautiful to host it. Unfortunately, they aren't available, so I'm coming in on your Saturdays with your Make It Saturdays. Live shows are back for Saturdays. I'm back this Saturday with Debbie Robinson and Sara. You may have heard of her. She's going to be here for you on Saturday, and then Ben's going to be here on Sundays for pre-recorders, as it's your second chance Sunday. So a full 7 days of Crafters TV is back. But now it's about something which you are going crazy for. It's the launch day today. It is your Bookworm Collection. Honestly, it is flying off the shelves. It has been only launched today, and already we've only got 93 left for you already. So I promise you, if you want to get this, don't sit there and wait for it, because as well, in this collection today, if you're buying the whole thing, which you've seen here, it's a showstopper. You are going to get that 6x6 paper pad completely free. A lot of you going crazy for the paper pads. A lot of you going crazy for individual items as well, but the best value is this one here, £75 and $95. Remember as well, Club Inspire price, platinum is £60, $76. A great collection. Joined by, of course, by the wonderful Leann. Hello, Leann.
Hello, George.
Hello.
It's nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Good for my age. Yes, I'm very good, actually. I'm a little bit older, a little bit wider, but life is good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. It's really nice to have you back, so welcome back into the fold. It's lovely to see you here, George.
I know, it's good.
I think we're going to have fun. I think Saturdays are going to be a riot now, aren't they?
Absolutely, and it's going to be me and Debbie on Saturday, so 2 Barnsley people together. Subtitles will be required. You might not understand us, no, you may not, but listen, we'll make sure every person gets involved. Loads to get through. Leann, this collection, brand new today, loads of people loving it. You've got some great bits to show us there, haven't you, Leann?
I have. Let me take you through what you're getting exactly in this collection. So as you mentioned, George, we're getting the paper pad, the 6x6 paper pad, entirely free. Gratis is the word of the day. The colours in here are absolutely glorious. Those of you who followed us for a long time know that we make the best papers in the business. The colour palette in here is exceptional. I love the fact that there's a little bit of something for everybody. You've got a little bit more muted, you've got more masculine, you've got feminine, you've got fun, you've got everyday, you've got general, and then you've got something a little bit more traditional in here as well when we come to the designs like this aged paper. So there's a little bit of something in here for everybody. 180 GSM, 12 designs, 3 of each, 36 sheets in that fabulous 6x6 pad that you're not paying for. Not paying for.
Free, gratis.
Free. And then these are all of the other pieces that come in the collection for you. And we've been really generous this time round by making the majority of them stamps and dies, so that you don't need to worry about trying to cut round them yourself, especially if it's a little bit more of a complex outline. So the first one we're starting with here, this is a stamp and a die, full of adventure, and that's that little boy sitting cross-legged reading his book. And do you know what what we did? Can I just also mention?
Yeah.
We left the outside of the book covers blank. So if you wanted to personalise or write on there or monogram, like for example, if I'm sending this to my granddaughter or my son, I could put his initials on there, PKC.
Beautiful. Very
so
nice.
we did that on purpose so that you've got some space to do some personalisation, or I would have AFC on here for Ada.
Of course.
She's not a football club.
I was just about to say, is she a football club?
Yeah, she's not a football club. But she does love football, so that's okay.
Good.
And then we've got the absolutely gorgeous little bookworm and baby bookworm, my favourite. I love baby bookworm. This is also a stamp and die set, so you get 2 stamps, 2 dies in that collection. Then we've got the shelf of books, the stamp and die. This is also stamp and die. Love that. We've got the glasses, I think a firm favourite with everybody. We've got the more traditional, I want to call those Ronnie Barker.
Yeah.
They're a bit Ronnie Barker-esque, aren't they?
And Dame Edna.
A bit aviate. My granddad had a pair of glasses like that. And then a bit more Dame Edna. We've got the stack of books, and that's a die to create all those different stacks. Brilliant with your scraps of paper, brilliant with different coloured cardstocks, which you see me do in Wake Up Call. This has proved to be one of the most popular stamps. You were buying this in the hundreds in Wake Up Call this morning, and I showed you just at the beginning of the show how to do this masking to make a tall stack if you want to. So watch back to the beginning of the show if you missed that. We've got this stamp and die set where you've got all of the different books that you can cut out. That's a stamp and die set. 6 stamps, 6 dies in that collection. Great. Then we've got the stamp and die collection here to make the open book. This is the one I used to do this in Wake Up Call this morning, which is proving very popular, where you can have those books that are very dimensional and open on the front of your card. Really, really popular. So that's that particular one. Then we've got the whole set of sentiments here, and there are some fantastic ones. Love, You're My Favourite Non-Fictional Person. I love that one. In my bookish era, every book is an adventure. We lose ourselves in books. We find ourselves there too. Books are dreams you hold in your hands. Keep the flowers, buy books.
Yep.
Have a novel birthday. There is no such thing as too many books. Some stories stay with us forever. Thank you for being part of my story. Read books and drink good coffee. That is a life mantra if ever I heard one. So there's some brilliant sentiments in there too that are very, very relevant. That's a 7x7 set. And then we've got what I used in the last demo there to make a really lovely bookmark. We've got 2 different bookmarks, and then you've got the die-cut word book and the little sentiment there, you can read me like a book, which I think is great. That's a stamp and die set too. It's a huge collection for not a lot of money.
Yeah. And you're getting a lot there. And as well with this collection, there's a lot of elements you can take and use within other collections. You know, the tags, the bookmarks, they're great gift tag size already. Do you know what I was thinking? My cousin got married in November.
Congratulations.
She's very good. Do you know what? Quite a few weddings. I was best man a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's been a busy old time. But she got married and she had a book-themed wedding. And all her sentiments, all her like table names were her favourite books. And this sort of thing would have been great. And when they did their speeches, they read them out of books. It was all around books and that kind of theme. So, I mean, some of the decorations you could have made with this.
Imagine the little place cards you could have made for the wedding table, or the favours, the little favours. Everyone gets a bookmark.
Absolutely.
A custom bookmark. That would have been brilliant.
Absolutely. And my best friends, when they got married a couple of weeks ago, big Harry Potter fans, their confetti was made up of the Harry Potter books. So, I mean, for some people, that's quite sacrilegious that you would cut up a book to make confetti. However, a lot of you would be doing that. Now this, like we said, great collection, £75, $95. A lot of you are already putting this in your baskets. Sue Warman on Facebook. I've resisted up to now, but I've succumbed and ordered the showstopper. I love books. My favourite genre at the moment is historical fiction, but like all sorts of different genres depending what mood I'm in. Love your shows and the inspiration you give me. Thank you all to Crafters Companion. And that's the other thing as well. That's what I've missed about this place, is the family inspiration, because you guys have got so much love for each other, and I've seen some great comments already coming in. A lot of you have been really nice to me. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I'll pay you all later. Susie T on YouTube. George, woohoo, welcome back. Hello, Susie T. Great. I've not said Susie T in a long time. Stephanie on Facebook. Hello, George. Long time no see. Welcome back. And Mary Beth Doyle on Facebook. Hi, George. Welcome back. It's going to be fun seeing you again. Loads to get through. Last time we checked, there was 93 left of this fantastic showstopper. I'm guessing that number's already gone down, so you've got it in your baskets. Don't delay. Now, Leanne, what are you going to be showing us now?
I thought we'd take a minute to have a look at a card using one of my favourite dies from the Bookworm collection, which is that lovely little bookworm, and all of those little flying books there, which I absolutely adore. And then, of course, the sentiment, bookworms will rule the world as soon as we finish one more chapter. I really love that. I am going to bring in an additional piece to this one, though, because I don't feel baby bookworm has made enough of an appearance. So we're bringing baby bookworm in on the action. So we're going to look at how to put this together using everything in the collection. So the first thing I've done, and you'll have seen us do this many times before, is just create a random splash background. Do it with your aqua markers, do it with your duet ink pads, do it with your Harmony Water Reactive, do it however you would like. Do it with your sparkle pens, it's entirely up to you. Once you've done that, we're going to use one of the sentiments from the sentiment set, and I'm going to use the definition of inspire in the background, which I really like as part of this collection. It is going to be very inspiring, and I'm just going to pop this onto my rocker block, and I'm using a quick dry ink pad in Lagoon because it's got a similar colour feel to the colours I've used in the background. And then all I'm going to do is randomly stamp that as part of the background. And you can miss a little bit. You don't have to be precise with this. You don't have to fling your ink pad across the room either if you don't want to. You know, that's entirely optional. That's up to you.
Okay.
What I have done is create a really lovely... Yeah, on my finished one. Hopefully this next one I'm going to finish now is just going to be as gorgeous as that one. So
it's like a coffee ring, but it's not a coffee ring.
Well, it could be a coffee ring. I nearly called you Ben, George.
That's all right. I've been called worse.
That's because I'm used to talking to Moss all the time.
Yeah.
I know that you're George.
That's
right,
all right.
okay.
I'll wear a
And
name
then I'm
badge.
going to pop this just randomly on and off the page wherever I fancy it. I think that's enough. I'll leave that there. Okay, so stamp that on, and that's just completing the background. The background is ready to go. So I've used that colour there on this one I prepared earlier. I used a little bit of a darker one, and I hit and miss a little bit more. Just choose which is your preference. Doesn't matter. It's entirely up to you. It's your card. You've got those pieces all ready. Now I'm going to stamp Baby Bookworm. Here.
I feel you need
Here
a
they
name.
are.
They need names.
Baby Bookworm needs a name. It depends who you're sending it to, doesn't it? Because this Baby Bookworm could be he or she.
He or she.
Yeah, it could be either. Depending on who you're sending it to. I'm just going to clean my rocker block with a little bit
all
of kitchen
Zoe
towel.
on YouTube has suggested a great idea.
Yeah.
We need a big apple with a bite out of it to go with the bookworms. So you can have an apple with the worm coming. Ah, that's well done, Joe.
Why didn't I think of that when we were putting this collection together?
Right, start again. Let's start again. Let's
again.
Let's do it all over again.
That's not to say that you won't see it at a point in the future.
That's a great
so
idea.
watch this space. Okay, so I'm stamping Baby Bookworm. I've already got big Bookworm stamped, but we'll do the baby.
Yeah.
And then I'll show you how to line up your die and cut this out. So stamp the little bookworm. The stamps stamp beautifully. I have to say, you get gorgeous, gorgeous images when you stamp with those. And then take the dies, and you've got the little one. And then that's going to go over the top. And just with a piece of repositionable tape, you're going to hold it still. So just by eye, so it feels it's where it should be. So I'm just lining that up by looking overhead and getting it roughly where I would like it to be. You can do it the other way around if you want. You can die cut and then stamp on top of it.
Okay.
It's entirely up to you. You can do it either way, wherever you feel the most comfortable.
Personal preference.
Definitely personal preference. I just prefer to do it this way. And then I just hold that still and I'll run that through my Gemini. And of course, you don't have to use the Gemini. This works perfectly well in your Mini, if that's what you've got, or your MIDI. It's entirely up to you.
Gemini 2. That's how long it is since I've been here. Gemini 2's arrived.
Was Gemini 2 not here?
Not here when I was here. But Gemini 2 is here. And I'm excited because on Saturday, Debbie Robinson, we are going to be having a craft clinic where Debbie Robinson's going to be doing a one-on-one all about the Gemini. So hopefully my knowledge is going to get restocked on everything Gemini on Saturday. Listen, if you're just watching now, we're back on Saturdays live. I'm going to be here with you. Debbie Robinson, Sara's going to be here. It's going to be a great day on Saturday.
Well, that sounds like a party not to be missed.
Well, I've heard so. I've heard there'll be snacks.
Oh.
I don't know what, but there'll be snacks. I'll bring them in.
snack.
Yeah, we like a few snacks.
Right, I'm colouring in Baby Bookworm using a tri-blend brush, and I'm using the light green blend. So I'm just going with the lightest colour and getting some colour down onto this little bookworm. And then I'll go in with some darker pieces of shading.
Yeah.
So I'll go with the middle colour now. And then I'll go straight to the darkest.
Yep. Great suggestion from Ad on Facebook. I was thinking if you had some books that were damaged, I couldn't bring myself to use a perfectly good book, you could use some of the papers as a background paper with this collection.
That's a brilliant idea. And so you could rescue some unloved books from charity shops.
Yes.
If you don't want to read them, or some damaged books from charity shops and do that. That would be a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Love that. So just get the colour down and then use your lightest colour to blend that out. And just get some dimension on there. Now, you see, I left inside the glasses empty because I wanted to go in with the lightest colour but not have it too overwhelmed. So I'm just going to do that and leave a little bit of white, preserve some highlight in there, because then that feels like the glasses are reflecting the light rather than colouring it in solid. It'll make a big difference. And a little bit of shadow underneath the face there, and then bring it out with the light, where glasses would be casting a shadow underneath the face. And then we've got a really lovely little dimensional baby bookworm to use in our card. So I've done the others in exactly the same way, and then we can just get to assembling. So I've got all of my pieces here coloured in. So we've got big bookworm, baby bookworm. We've got all of these books, which are all cut from the Stamp and Die collection that we're going to use across the card.
Yeah.
And we've got our sentiment, and we're good to go. So with Kalal All-Purpose, I'm going to do my matting and layering and get ready for the decoration, which is always the fun bit, isn't it?
Always. The highlight. Stephanie on Facebook, unfortunately, we already have plans for Saturday, but if I can peek in, I will. Well, don't forget, Stephanie, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, so if you do miss it live, you can always come back and watch it whenever you feel fit and ready to do so. Whatever you're doing Saturday, I hope you're having a good day. We won't hold it against you. You can come back and watch us anytime. We don't mind. We're all friends here.
And then on my watercolour card here, where I did that water background and then did the over-stamping, I'm just using a little bit of Kalal All-Purpose. Just make sure you go right to the edges, so that this doesn't pop up at a point in the future. And because I'm making something which is an heirloom, I'm putting it together with Kalal All-Purpose because it will not come apart in the future. And then just give it a good secure, just to make sure you've got all of the edges down. There we go. And then using the chunky glue, I'm going to start to layer up the pieces. So I want the big bookworm in the middle of the card. So I'm just going to evenly apply Kalal 3D glue across there. And then I'm going to have that a little bit off centre. I've got a little bit of glue where I don't want it there. Let me just get that away. There we go. I'm going to have that a little bit off centre there so you can see the word inspire just coming out of the side there of that little bookworm.
I get you.
So that can go there. So everything doesn't have to be central.
I was going to say, Leann, when it comes to this sort of thing where you are mat and layering, is there a skill to make it look random, but it's not random, if that makes sense?
Right, so matting and layering is what we've done here with a little bit of black. Okay, so that's matting and layering. The skill for that is everything has to be straight, no donkey's back legs. So only cut those with a really good paper trimmer or a guillotine. That's your mat and layer. If I'd just put that piece of white card, and I'll just show you here, just to show you what I mean. If I'd done a background like that and just put it straight onto white, it disappears. Whereas just having that fine line of black around makes that pop. So that's your mat and layer. When you're coming into positioning your different elements, your composition, I struggle being random. So if I'm going to struggle being random, I will just put one thing off to the left or off to the right and then put everything else around it, and it feels a little bit more eclectic rather than having everything down the centre of the page. Okay, so that's how I do it.
No worries.
With some of you at home, I'm sure you'll be very able to do the eclectic much better than I can. And then I'm just going to position randomly around the page, wherever I feel it works or I fancy, the little books that I've already die cut and coloured in. Let's have this one here, like that there. Let's have this orange one at the top again, maybe.
Lovely. A lot of love for this background as well. A lot of people think, oh, is that a paper pad? No, but you've just done that with the watercolours.
Yes, so this has been done with Duet ink pads.
Perfect.
With the Duet ink pads, it was, I can tell you, I'll get the colours and I'll tell you exactly which ones they were. I'm going to have this little one flying here. And then baby bookworm is going to go. I've got two ideas. I'm either going to have baby bookworm here, avidly paying attention, or baby bookworm here.
I like him paying attention.
Paying attention here.
Yeah, I think he fits in there.
Okay.
He's a good baby bookworm. He's
listening. He's a good baby bookworm. He's listening and he's paying attention. Well, there you go. That's where baby bookworm's going. And then we've got the sentiment with a little foam pad on the back. And George, I don't know if you can remember.
Oh my goodness.
The rule that cannot be broken.
You put the glue on the foam pad because it dries out.
That's right.
I don't know if that's the rhyme.
Correct, George.
I wasn't paying attention.
You were paying attention. I'm proud of you.
I do have a question about the adult bookworm.
Yes.
How is it holding the book? Because it's got no hands.
With his tail.
His tail, right, that's my eyes. I couldn't see it. I thought, how is he holding the... He's a good bookworm.
He's a good bookworm. There you go. And then when you've done that, that's all done and dusted, and you've got your card put together, and it's really simple and easy. But it's just using all of those fabulous stamps and dies.
Absolutely. Listen, it's a great collection and it is flying off the shelves. Please do not sit and wait. If you're wanting to get this, today is the day. That showstopper that you see on the screen right now is coming free with this 6x6 paper pad. 85 of these are left in stock. Don't forget you can buy the individual elements. A lot of love as well for the individual stamps and dies on this. But if you're wanting to get this collection that you see here today, the full showstopper, that is the price you're paying, £75, $95. Again, it's a brand new launch and still Club Inspire is still there with a platinum price, £60 and $76. It's going to be a great collection and it can be yours today. Loads of you getting this in your basket. Oh my goodness, let me make sure I can say this right. Altaja de Vries. Ben, help me out on that one. Altaja. Alcha. Thank you. De Vries. It's so beautiful, this collection. Sitting on my hands, but maybe I will go for it. Love it. At least don't sit and wait for it. Go for it because, like we're saying, 85, 83 of these left in stock already, and it's already launched for a couple of hours. It's going to go by the end of the day. Loads of different individual elements on this as well. A lot of love. Let's go through the individual elements that you can see within the collection. Let me go around here so I can actually see it, because do you know what? I can't read backwards. No matter how long I've been gone, I can't read backwards. It's a skill we've tried. But again, you've got the wonderful Full of Adventure, the stamp and die set with that wonderful young guy sat there reading his book. And like Leanne said, it is blank, so you can fill it in, personalise it for whoever it may be that you're going for. The stack of books, the clear stamp. Again, this is the most popular by itself. Again, a great collection. Now, do you imagine this? If you bought this stamp, you could actually personalise every individual book for somebody with their favourite books or with personal names. And again, moving on to the next chapter, the stamp and die set. So again, not only are you getting the stamps, you're also getting the dies individually for these to cut them all out. Leanne just used those on the last demonstration, so you saw those. Again, you could personalise them to every individual element. Moving down, you've got the wonderful Girl Reading is a Dream. That is a stamp and die as well. And again, it's been left blank, so you can fill in the individual details as well. Again, moving on to the book collection stamp and die set. This, again, is beautiful. Do you know that would be great if someone's moving house? You can make a great moving house card with that, because you've got the A to Z. You could fill it in with all the little details. I always think that's a great little cactus plant as well. That little detail on it is perfect. The cute Bookworm stamp and die set, we've just seen those again. That is very popular as well. Moving over to the bookmarks. A lot of you saying when you make cards, you make a bookmark that fits in with those cards as a little extra gift, and that is a great size as well. And also, not only are you getting the bookmark dies, you're also getting two little stamps and dies as well within that. Moving down to the reading list, again, another great collection, which, you know, with pads and papers, you can make some really nice, interesting little layers for those as well. Moving on to the reading glasses, the metal die set. Again, do you know what? It's the detail, it's the arms that I think is great with that as well. You could really have some fun with those glasses. Moving over to the chapter 1. Again, some great stamps and dies within that. And I love this little bit of scribble. But I'm not calling it scribble, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean, the filling it in bit. And then finally, the bookish era, those clear stamps. Too many to go through on those wonderful sentiments, some great, wonderful words that you can have. Now, again, you're looking at this and going, there's so much inspiration. Leanne has got some great samples to show you on this. So, I mean, Leanne, with a set like this, you have really got to have some fun with it, and this has been done with these incredible samples here, hasn't it?
It really has. They're just absolutely glorious. Now, I'll just remind you, if you want to know how to make this one or this one, we did those in Wake Up Call this morning. So if you want to know how to get your little books flying off of the page like that, or if you're wanting to do something like this where we're chopping the word and using the glasses together, that was in Wake Up Call. I was just thinking, I'm going to show you some samples, but I was just looking at this stack of books. This is another demo that we did in this hour, where we looked at how to mask off the books and make a tall stack. Imagine doing some gilding flakes on the spines of those books. That would look lovely. So I'm thinking, we might have a look at how to do that anyway. I'll come back to that. Look, there are so many different ways of using them. I really love the fact that you can do different folds, you can use your papers. I love the fact that those glasses have been done in a really funky modern way with the navy legs and the yellow front. I just think that's gorgeous. We've got this gorgeous one here where the papers have been used with some lovely bright pops of colour and matching that into the book that she's reading with the little shelf above her. I love this one where he sat on a tall stack of books. That works really well. Little glittery bookworm there as a topper on the card, coloured using our glitter markers. Love this one with the books all flying around the outside. I think that looks absolutely superb. We've just looked at that one. This is going to be the next demo.
Wow.
Which I'm really looking forward to doing for you. I think that is so nice and so impressive and falls flat for posting, which is great. We've just used the Bookworm and Baby Bookworm, haven't we? We've just done that one.
Yes, that's the one we just done, yeah.
Which I'm absolutely loving. I think the great thing about this is, this collection is you can do whatever you want. You can do your different techniques. You can use them together with the papers. You can do your different folds if you want to. You can do them in a more traditional muted way. You can do them really funky. You can do them a little bit understated. You can make a real performance if you want to.
Yeah.
It's entirely up to you and whom you're sending or making this particular card for as to how much or how little you do. For example, this one could be for mum and 3 kids, or it could be teacher at school, or it could be a little book club for the kids when they go into nursery. Whatever it is, it just looks absolutely beautiful. So I think it's a really versatile and usable collection that goes across. It's hatches, matches, dispatches, isn't it? It's everybody.
Yeah.
There is nobody in between birth to no longer. That is not. Range is not going to be relevant for.
Absolutely. And I can tell when it's a good collection because you guys are coming forward with inspiration already and you can see the ideas working with you. Hannah Gosling-Smith on YouTube, I really like a definition sentiment, and this is the word for it. There's something about them that looks very classy, absolutely. M's books are everywhere on YouTube. This is brilliant. The showstopper is flying off the bookshelf, George. That's what I should have said. I'm getting back into it. Zoe on YouTube, we were talking about that background that Leanne did in that last demonstration. I really struggle to make backgrounds like that. I think I tried too hard to get the ink to go where I want it, rather than just going with a random design. I think that's right. And Em has also said the book stack is good as a list of books that you've read in the year. That's a great idea. If you've got someone who's an avid book reader, maybe they've done a book of the month. Imagine doing that. That a really nice little touch and a card. And Jane Adams on Facebook, I love the glasses. I love the glasses too. Ben's going to be joining us after the break. Now listen, I'm going to be back with you on Saturday. Remember, we're back live on Saturdays. We're starting the day off with our craft along. Debbie Robinson is going to be here, and then the Make It Saturdays, a brand new show starting for you here at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. over on the East Coast in the USA. I will see you back here on Saturday. Check out your baskets because not much of this is left. Ben will be back here after the break. I'll see you Saturday.
What I love most about Crafters TV is the community.
Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world.
It also connects you with people from all over the world.
You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family.
I feel like I'm crafting along with my friends.
I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much.
When you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go on the live chat, and you know people will be there for you as well.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
It's a place where we can all share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas, and get inspiration from each other.
So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, briers, misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns and templates, Gemini Pro, Julia and the OG, Gemini Go, Mini and the MIDI, tri-blend brush pens, aqua pens and aqua blends, illustrators, classics and tri-blends and color blends and glitter pens and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue applicators, envelope box creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, the big score and scoreboard, Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, graphics, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, dice dancing trays, mitre tools and binding tools and toe bags, USBs, bone folders and punches, low-tack tape and brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, spelled quick Triton pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft asphalt, press sparkle pots, Centura, pearl and sticky dots, pigment, ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water, reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, year of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, ultimate Pro and the rotating design board. Ultimate First Compendium, Sara Signature Collections, and don't forget Discovery Kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll. Foam on a roll.
Why do I love Crafter's Companion? Well, you got two comedians, Dan and Craig. They're not comedians really, they're brilliant. When they do their shows, they're so comical when it comes down to wrestling. I know I took the mick out of Craig with his watch. Said it must have come from a Christmas cracker, but I like his watch. I think it's brilliant. Anyway, I've had to get myself off the floor. I had to use my Vernon Hoover to suck me up off the floor, and I had to use my foam on a roll to keep me secured up so I don't fall over again, because I'm still in shock, because we know Platinum Plus for life, so I'm Plat Plus. Speak soon.
Welcome back, everybody. Massive thank you to George. He will be here on Saturday, as he said, for our 2 live Saturday shows. Very excited to bring that back. And of course, don't forget Sunday, Second Chance Sunday, pre-recorded, but a great opportunity for you to be able to check out some of the deals that you might have missed during the week, see some of the most popular products, of which, if there's any of this left, I'm sure this will be featuring. It's been so super popular, the Bookworm Collection. We have just 80 chances left to grab the collection if you want to get it with the free paper pad. There's 80 of the showstoppers left. It's been so super popular. I think people have just loved the value, loved the idea of this, loved the kind of craftability of this as well. Just seeing that it's a collection that you can use for so many different occasions for so many different people. £60 or $76 is your platinum price on this one. Zoe's just saying you could make good luck on your exams, and congratulations on passing your exam cards as well. Possibilities are huge with this collection, absolutely right. And Shazza says, I think I might use the vintage diary papers for background papers as well. And that's the other thing. Obviously, you've got 12 different designs in this paper pad, but think about all those other different papers that you might want to then bring in with all of the brilliant elements that you've got within this collection. 80 chances left on the showstopper. We've got just under half an hour left on the show, and Leanne, I believe, is ready to show you her pièce de résistance as far as demos are concerned.
We have saved the best to last.
Très bien, madame. Très bien.
But before I do that, I talked about potentially gilding flake.
Oh, yeah.
I did it in the break.
Oh, did you?
Look, just little spots of tiny little bits. Not a lot. Just a little bit. And so all I did was use this, dab on little bits, rub one little flake over.
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
I really
like that. I think that works well. Yeah, okay, so that's another little bit of inspiration for you.
Merci.
Now we're going to do this, which I really love.
Have you got enough time?
Sorry?
Have you got enough time?
100%.
Okay.
And then this will fold flat for postage. And I really like that, because I think that if you're sending it and when they open it up and then they put that on the shelf, how impressive is that? Isn't that beautiful, using those elements? It really is lovely. So that's what we're going to do. So we're starting. I've got lots of bits already cut because I want to really talk you through the construction and what you need, and not waste time watching me run things through the die cut machine because it's boring. You want to see how to do it. So we're starting with, We're starting with a piece of card, which is 8.5 by 6 1/4.
Right.
Okay, or you could just do it a little bit shorter from your A4 if you want to, 8 1/4 by 6. The size is irrelevant, whether you're doing it tiny or big, it's just the proportions that you need. So we've got that, 8.5 by 6 1/4. I've then got a piece of card here, which is 6 1/4 again in height, and this time it is only 8 inches wide. And then I've scored it at 1/2 inch and 1 inch on both sides. 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and used an oval die to cut the oval in the centre. Then what you're going to do is fold your score lines and burnish. So you'll burnish all of those. And you're folding them in towards the back of the piece of card, towards the back of the oval. And what you're going to create then is the panel that will stick to the front of your card. So that's what you're creating. You can see that there. And then we'll stick that with our permanent tape pen. If you're using a Crafter's permanent tape pen, a Crafter's Companion one, please knock yourself out. If it's not a Crafter's Companion tape pen, cease and desist. Use red liner tape or a wet glue.
Good advice.
Because this tape in here, tested over 20 of them, it's guaranteed to stick like a wet glue.
Yeah.
But if it's not this one, don't do it.
Ooh,
don't
finger.
risk your project. Just nearly pulled my hair out of my glasses. It's hardcore. Right, and then we're putting 2 lines of this tape down that 1/2 inch edge there. I'm going right to the edge when I do it, so that it sticks nice and solid.
Yeah.
2 lines of tape. And then we will stick this to the front of our card. So here's the panel. The easiest way to do that is to flip it away from you.
Yeah.
And then follow the score line along the edge of the card. Do it at one side, just nip it, and then at this side, line that one up and nip it, and then you can run your line down to get it in the perfect position. You see that's perfectly on the edge of that piece of card. You can't see where it's joined. So that's the way to do it. And then we're going to do the same on this side now. And then to do this side, we again just follow the top. So when I'm lining it up, I'm lining this little edge here. I'm going to turn it and show you. I'm lining this little bit here parallel with the top of my card. I'm not worrying about this big long line being stuck correctly in a straight line. As long as I get this parallel with that, the rest will happen automatically.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so you just get it so it doesn't feel bored. Line that top bit there, one little hit, and then I turn it round and I do exactly the same on this side. That bit falls parallel with the end of the card, push, and then that makes that perfectly straight. Okay, and then you can lie that down. Now, then we take our mats and layers. So mats and layers will go on, and I've already done these for you. So you can see that mat and layer is perfect because I've got this nice and straight now. And then all you would do is measure what you've got left. So this is now 5.5 by 6 1/4. So then I've got 5 1/4 by 6 is my black piece of card, and the piece of paper underneath is 1/4 inch smaller.
Yes.
And that gives you your perfect mat and layer. Mats and layers get stuck on with Collal all-purpose. You can do them with your tape pen as well if you want to, if you've got a permanent tape pen. It's entirely up to you. Your choice, your glue. I don't mind sticking mats and layers with permanent tape pens that are ours because I know that the glue is good. Okay, so that's going to get stuck on the side there. Perfect. And then I've got the same for the front panel.
Okay.
So I've just cut the same again, and I've cut the same, used the same oval to cut the same aperture as I've got in the front of the card, and that's going to go on the front. So that'll get my tape all around.
Do you need to put acetate into the oval area, ask Stephanie, to give more support?
No.
Right.
You can if you want to. It's entirely up to you, but it's not needed. Because your matting and layering that you're putting on the front here and now will do that for you.
Yeah.
Now, a top tip from me is don't try and push your matting and layering on while this is up, because it could buckle.
Yeah.
So what you would do is just flatten it, as if you're putting it in the postage.
And this is the other good thing, of course, that it folds like that, so you can, like you say, post
Then
it.
line it up and push it down. When you've done that, you can prop it back up, and that's in place beautifully. Okay, so that's how easy it is to do that. And then what I've done is take my nesting dies, and I've cut, using the same oval, 2 frames, one in white, one in black, which is going to create a beautiful finished edge around the outside of that oval. And so I'm just going to use my permanent tape pen around the outside of there. You could use a wet glue if you want to. And you see, I much prefer to show you the construction of this in this way than doing all the die cutting, because you've seen us cut things out before. And in a similar way I did that, You can flatten it, put your oval in the correct position, just eyeball it, get it where it needs to be.
Do you know what, it's a question Rachel's just put in the comments, and I was going to ask this as well. Is there a name for this style of card? Or should we come up with one?
Shall we come up? What would you like to call it?
Okay.
A box front flat edge card.
Box front flat edge.
I'm sure you'll think of something much more snappy than that. It's like a diorama, isn't it? With a bit of a.
It's like a half diorama, isn't it?
It's like a half diorama with a wider leg.
A half diorama with a wider leg card.
You can tell I'm not one of the people who picks the names for our products, can't you?
If anyone's got anything a bit more snappier than that in the comments, please do let us know.
So you see what I did there was I had a matted and layered panel with our beautiful papers. I just put the glue on, slid that inside because it was the right size, and then stuck that down. So that gives me the lovely pattern inside as well. And then we can start to decorate. So the first thing I've got is, again for the inside, some mats and layers, and I've used black, lovely lilac pearl and a white, and that's going to go inside. I am going to use a little bit of chunky glue though for that because it's a heavier embellishment. So rather than using a wet glue or a tape pen, I'm actually using the chunky glue but as a flat glue.
Yeah.
So you see I haven't put dimension on there, but I have put it on, and that just means that it'll stick it really firmly. So you can use your chunky glue as a very strong flat glue.
That's a first for me, Leanne.
Really?
I've never
for
seen the
heavier
chunky glue
embellishments.
used as a flat glue.
Oh, I always use it as a flat glue, especially when I've got a heavier topper like that, that I know I'm then going to stick something else to, which is the book, and so I'm going to build up on top of it, and therefore I don't want it to fall off. Okay, so that's what I like to do, because I'm always making sure that, because if I make you a card, I expect you to keep it forever.
Oh.
It's not going in the bin. So when I make a card, I like to make sure that it's not going to fall apart in the future.
Yeah.
So that's why I always use the right glue for the job.
Future-proofing your cards.
Future-proofing.
Like the little box with the Christmas bell you made me last year.
Yeah, have you still got it?
Of course I have. It's packed away now with my Christmas decorations, but it will come out every year.
Gorgeous, that, isn't it?
Well,
I love it.
Beautiful, yeah. Yeah.
Right, so we've got the little book again, the little book stamp and die set. So I'm just shaping it as I did for the card and wake-up call this morning. And I've cut several pages again. So there's the book back, and you see all I did was fold it in half and then just gave that a little bit of encouragement, which creates a little shape like a bit like a bird flying. If you were drawing a bird flying, that's what it looks like. And then in half again, and then just shape them back on themselves.
Just whilst you're shaping that, I've got a message and a picture actually from Colleen, who says, "Hey guys, it's Sara and Liam here, sitting with the Crafty Divas, watching Leanne. Looks like they're having pancakes as well. It is Pancake Day, and as promised, there you go, it's Sara and Liam with the Crafting Divas. Look at all those smiley faces.
Fabulous.
There you go.
I love that.
What are you all having?
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments.
What are you having on your pancakes today?
Yeah.
And by the way, Sara, I like your dress.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And I'm sure Sara's buying, right, guys? Oh, they're buying. Oh, was that the deal?
I want to go for breakfast with the Crafty Divas.
Yeah, I think you might be a bit late now, Leanne, to be honest.
Probably.
Maybe next time.
Next time.
Maybe next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's brilliant. So good.
And then, oh, I love Cracker Barrel.
Oh, they're at Cracker Barrel, apparently.
I love Cracker Barrel. So good.
What's so good about Cracker Barrel?
It's very nostalgic in its feel. It feels very times gone by, and the food is absolutely incredible. It's like rustic form, like a rustic farmhouse type thing. It's gorgeous. And then I'm putting in here my last page. So now I've got my 3D book. And then I'm just going to have this flying out again like I had the one this morning. So I'm only putting chunky glue on one side of the book. And then that will go inside here. So that now feels like it's coming up outside of the space.
Marvellous.
You can see that looks lovely, doesn't it? And then Bookmark is next. So you can keep it fluid if you want to, or you can glue it down. It's entirely up to you, and I'll show you the two. I'll show you the way the two are different. But just for those of you who didn't see earlier, to thread your ribbon through several pieces, line up all of the holes together.
This is a quality tip, this.
Put your tweezers in.
Yeah.
Take your ribbon.
Yeah.
Pull it through.
Boom. Top
Saves you-
tweezer tip.
Top tweezer tip, there you go. And then you can cut these as long or as short as you'd like. Does everybody know how to do the snake tongue?
The snake tongue? Oh, I know what you mean.
Like the fork?
Fork tongue.
Right, so what you do is you take your ribbon
Yeah.
and you fold it away from you. So you're folding it so that this is the folded edge at the top and the two open edges are at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, hold it. Take your scissors on an angle. Snip.
Ah.
And then, because if you do this and this, it's never right. So hold your ribbon, fold it down. So you've got the folded edge at the top, the two open edges at the bottom. Hold it, just nip it tight. Take your scissors on an angle, about a 45-degree angle, snip. Perfect edges on your ribbon.
All the tips today.
There you go.
Brilliant.
So that's going to go on here. Now, on my first one, I've used the chunky glue to hold these in place. And you can do that, or you can leave it not doing that. It's entirely up to you. I'm probably going to do that again because I want it to be an embellishment. It's not removable. So I've got a little bit of chunky glue on the bottom there. That's the first one. You're not doing dimensions, so you don't need too much. You're just holding it still. And then just pick up this one and go dollop. You can stay there.
Yeah.
Pick up this one and go
dollop.
Dollop. You can stay there.
Yeah.
And then that's enough. That's all you need to do. Little embellishment. So let's put the coffee cup at the side here. A little bit more of the chunky glue. You can go.
Well, I've just seen Kathy Green says, Ben, if you come to Mechanicsburg, I'll treat you to Cracker Barrel. We have one right down the road. We obviously don't have Cracker Barrels here, right?
No.
I've never heard of it.
We do not have Cracker Barrels. It's very traditional American food. It's gorgeous.
Well, Kathy, next time I'm in Mechanicsburg, I will. I'll swing by yours and you can take me to Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel in Mechanicsburg. What does everyone have then at Cracker Barrel? What are we having? What are the Crafting Divas having? If you're still watching, let us know. What is the dish that we need to be having if we're going to have like a traditional Cracker Barrel? Crafting Queen has just said, by the way, if you leave now, Leanne, you'll make it in time for dinner.
Okay, I'm on my way.
She'll take the company jet after we've finished. They're just fueling it up now for her. She'll be there, straight across the pond.
Absolutely. Okay, then we've got this little sentiment here. You can read me like a book. Love that one there. Then what I've done is just cut the word book from a piece of white cardstock and a piece of black cardstock. And I've done a little drop shadow. You can see that there. Really makes the black cardstock, it's stuck to my hand. Get off, there you go. Really makes the black cardstock stand out, doesn't it? I love that. So would you could read me like a book, pointing up or pointing down? Down. I did down the first time.
Okay.
Would you have done it the other way, Ben?
I quite like the look of it when you showed it going up, but I'll live with that. That was the general consensus. No, I'm not annoyed. I don't get annoyed, you know me.
Just for you, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
There you go, just for you.
Actually, I like it the other way better. Lol.
Lols.
By the way, we've had a few people name the card.
Oh, okay.
Hannah is brilliant. A Demi-Diorama.
Oh, I like that, Demi-Diorama.
And Leanne Ben says, Crafting Queen, I declined this name. Votes for half Dyer. What? I declined.
I declare this name.
Oh, half Dyer. Oh, okay. Half Dyer. I quite like the Demi-Dyer because you've got the run of the D's there. We'll go with it. Demi-Diorama. Is this what I thought was a bay window card? No, because I've never seen one of these cards ever before in the world. Ever. Demi-Diorama. Not a Debbie-Diorama, a Demi-Diorama. Beautiful. Beautiful. That was well worth waiting the hour and a half for to see that. I absolutely loved it. We've had people waiting since Wake Up Call this morning to see that demo, Leanne. So I'm so pleased. Steffi says, excited to see this from Leanne. I was waiting since Wake Up Call. So there you go.
Oh, there you go then. Hopefully you can see it's actually very easy when you know how. And don't think you have to do an oval in the centre. You know, if you don't have an oval set of nesting dies, you can do it with a circle or a rectangle, make a square card rather than a tall card. So you can use this concept on any shape and get a very similar but beautiful result. It's entirely up to you with your card. There we go.
Stephanie just says, cut off the K and you have boo.
For Halloween.
Halloween is coming. Yeah,
you do.
Absolutely.
Do you know, I was just thinking as well with this collection, you could use it with your Christmas papers, you could use it with your Halloween papers,
yeah.
You can use it with your Easter papers. They're really, and as George said, wedding. If somebody had a book-themed wedding. So it's going to be a very versatile collection, I think, throughout the year, and it's for young, medium, older and mature alike.
Absolutely, but you will have to get your skates on if you want that showstopper. Less than 80 of these remaining if you want to get the showstopper with your free 6x6 paper pad. There are 73 chances left, and then that will be that. You'll still be able to get the collection, but you just won't get the free paper pad thrown in for good measure. So, and we all love a freebie, don't we? This is the showstopper element of this collection. You know, we've done them before where you've had extra bits thrown in, where we've had bonus buys. However, this, we give you the free pad, which is absolutely beautiful. I don't know, the great thing is that you've got papers in here that you'll be able to use outside of this collection, lots of different styles, lots of different designs, but again, papers that will work really nicely with each other, as you've seen, and you will see just before we end the show with Leann, on all of the projects. Some really beautiful designs and colours that will match up perfectly. Bring your own papers in as well, though, as a few of you have already said, you know, thinking about using things like your vintage diary, I've seen mentioned vintage butterfly paper, whatever you want to use with this, you can absolutely do that. But you get this for free. It is 12 different designs. You're getting 3 sheets of each included within that paper pad, absolutely for free within the bundle. And then all of the other elements as well. So you've got the kids reading the books, which I think are brilliant. And again, you know, you'll be able to personalise these. Maybe if you're making a card for the kids, the grandkids, you know, you'll be able to personalise them with the clothing, the colours of the hair as well. And you get the little boy and the little girl reading the books there. Of course, you get our cute bookworms. So you get these again in stamp and die form, the cute little teeny weeny little worm, and then you've got like the worm who's graduated wormiversity. Then you've got your reading glasses. Absolutely love this. I was saying, this is obviously Dame Edna, but also, do you watch The Chase?
Yes.
The Vixen.
The Vixen.
She wears glasses
she
like
does.
that, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And again, have fun with these. Back them with acetate. You know, as I said earlier on, if you want to put some of like your illusion film behind these, you can obviously do that. You've got the book collection to that bookshelf in stamp and die form once again. And again, purposely like leaving you the opportunity to be able to label up the books if you want to be able to do that. You've then got your next chapter. So all of the 6 different book styles there, if you like, and again, stamp and die form, so you can pop your own little messages on there if you want to, label up the books, make them the books that you want them to be. You've got your stack of books.
If you're a Harry Potter, it could be a book of spells.
It could be a book of spells,
and you could just customise writing that on there. That's why we left the insides and the fronts very blank, so that you can customise it yourself.
Yeah, exactly right. And same here again with your little stack of books. And once again, if you rewatch, losing track now, was it the earlier show you did the stack of books?
Sorry?
The beginning of
this show.
Was it? So yeah, watch how you can create like a taller stack of books. You can go back and watch that from earlier.
There you are.
There you go. We'll see. There you go. It's just there. Your reading list again, so all those books in die form, stack those up. You've got your little bookmarks in here, of course, as well. I say little, rather large bookmarks. Again, use Leann's tips to be able to thread your ribbon absolutely perfectly through those. You've got your book die cut, and then you've got your stamp there as well, so you can read me like a book. Then you've got your chapter 1. Yeah, I love the fact that we give you like your Once Upon a Time and then that old sort of fashioned script which you can stamp onto there. But again, if you want to put your own kind of words onto there, you can multi-cut this to create those pages jumping up off the page of your project. And then you've also got your bookish era, which is all of the sentiments. And again, I'll let you kind of have a delve through those because I think it's nice to have a little bit of a look for yourself, but you can see a few of them there. Have a novel birthday, keep the flowers, buy books. But there are tons of different opportunities for you there with this set, and it's £60 or 76 bucks. 73 chances left though if you want to get the free paper pad within the showstopper. And if you are in need of some more inspiration, should we have a look at some final finished samples?
Yeah, let's do that. Do you know, I was just thinking when we were looking at that, but keep the flowers, buy books. Every Christmas, my husband used to take take Peter to Waterstone's bookshop and he would pick a novel, a paperback for me, because it's an inexpensive gift. He could take his own pennies, go and buy a present. I love a book. Anyway, one of the first times he did this, he was so excited. He'd been to the shop, picked a novel with no interruption from his dad. I think it was a Catherine Cookson, and went upstairs, wrapped it to put it under the tree, came downstairs with it in his little hands, you know, the surprise to put under the tree, and he went, "Mum, you'll never guess what book this is." Wasn't supposed to tell me it was a book. It was meant to be a surprise. And I was like, "You're right, son." I think he was about 4 or 5. I will never guess what book that is. It's just lovely little memories like that, isn't it? You know, Ben, it's absolutely gorgeous. Right, so we've got this little stack that we've got here, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is the one I've just shown you how to make, which I know you love. This is what we did this morning in Wake Up Call, where we've got those books flying off of the page. We've also got, do you know what I love, Ben? I'm just going to take a minute to say, when do you get a collection that will do classy and sophisticated
so different,
and cutesy whimsy all in one collection? Depending on who you're making it for, book themed. And that's what we've managed to achieve with this collection, but we've managed to achieve it in a very universal and interchangeable way. I just think it's such a great collection to be able to do that. And then we've got the stack of books there using the glasses and the sentiment book, chopping the O's out to make the word book there with the glasses. We did a bookmark, didn't we, as well? So we can do that as little teacher gifts. And then we've got all of these other fabulous examples here, which we've looked at. So many different ways of using these, so many different techniques. You're going to make these for every member of the family, regardless of who they are, because I think most people enjoy reading a good novel every now and again, don't they?
Such a lovely collection. Alcia, I knew you would. You said, I went for the showstopper and I couldn't resist it. If you do want the showstopper, final word from me is that you need to be grabbing this sooner rather than later. We might show this again later on launch party, but I have a funny feeling that the showstopper will be pretty much gone, if it isn't totally gone by the time that rolls around. Launch party, I believe Lily does have a demo with this, so we'll be looking at that. Also tonight on launch party, we have got the Charm of the Sea collection. We've also got ombre paper pads. Oh yeah, the flower paper punches are back as well. And I do believe there's a showstopper available on that too. So have a look, get ahead. You can see all of the deals that are coming and also be previewing some of the new launches that we've got coming up for you very shortly as well. But Leann, thank you so much. That was such a lovely couple of shows. When are you back?
I can't remember.
Soonish,
it's soonish, I think.
It?
I don't think it's this week. Is it this week? No, it's not this week.
Have we got a cartload next week, you and I?
I might have a cartload. It's something next week.
Yeah.
The 13th. It's the 13th.
Yeah.
I have got a cartload on the 13th.
Ah. Look at the eyebrows, so you know that that's going to be a good one. I'm just hearing in my ear, well, it would be then. Leann and Debbie together. Chaos, I've just heard that was.
It was. But it was fun chaos.
Yeah, yeah. Well, get ready for that. Week on Thursday. Leann will be back. I will be back with you in an hour's time for Launch Party with Lily. Thank you to Leann. Thank you to George. He'll be with you on Saturday. Don't forget, we are live 2 shows back on Saturday and Second Chance Sunday back on Sunday as well. So lots to look forward to. But in the meantime, get this checked out and we'll see you back here for more crafty fun in Launch Party in an hour's time. Until then, bye for now.